there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Mixed Media Frenzy's YouTube hop. And today we are using this beautiful inspiration piece. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. And it is definitely not my normal style, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try it because I've done this style before. If you follow my channel, if you know anything about me, you might know that I'm a dabbler. I like to try everything. I don't know that there's actually, well, there might be one style I haven't tried that I can think of, but I'm going to try it before too long. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I definitely am going to do the big flower layout, but I'm going to make it my own. So I am going to make mine bright, and it's going to have all kinds of bold colors instead of the really soft look. I do love the soft look. It's very Prima-esque. If you follow product lines, Prima does a lot of that kind of a look. I'm not sure if the stuff in the layout that we are scrap lifting is from Prima or not, but it does remind me of things that I see from their design team. So the person I think that created that, I probably am going to butcher the name, but I think it's Avishag from Live to Create. And like I said, it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. But I am, going to make it my own because I'm scrap lifting it, and I thought it would be fun to do in some really bright colors. So I went through my bin of flowers, and I've got flowers from all different places. I've got them from Recollections. I've got some Prima, some Bow Bunny, some from Hobby Lobby's Paper Studio brand. And basically, I am basically going to make them the color that I need them because they're not all in the great colors. And so I am literally painting my roses, but I'm painting them pink instead of red. So I just basically have this box that I use to spray things in for my mixed media, and you saw me at the beginning. I tried spraying them. These ones that I'm painting, they have kind of like a coating over them, so they were not taking the paint. The paint was not soaking in. So I am just painting them with acrylic paint from Dilutions, and that's how I'm changing the color because, like I said, the spray mist was not soaking in. Now those little ones to the bottom right hand side of the box, those were just paper flowers, and those take the spray no problem, and so there's not a whole lot that I had to do there. But these roses were definitely a little bit more of a challenge. So I went ahead and painted those. I added a little bit of the darker paint to the tips of them just to kind of give a little dimension to the flowers, and then a couple of the flowers I am actually painting with the darker color so that it's not, I don't have too many in the same exact color. I wanted to have different variations of purples and pinks, and I am going to add some oranges and some turquoise as well, but I don't actually have to paint those flowers. Those ones I already have, and they are the right colors. So yeah, if you are interested in doing this kind of stuff, you just kind of have to make things work the way that you need them to work. So I have this stencil that I got recently, and I love it. It is from the Crafters Workshop, I believe, but I don't remember the name of it. If you're interested in that, let me know. And I am just using some glitter paste or glacier paste from Nuvo through that in pink, and I really like the way that that's looking. If you want the exact name of the color, I can look that up for you. That's not a problem. I just don't happen to have it in front of me at this moment in time because where it is at is also my son's workspace across the room, and I don't want to bother him while he's working. So, so then I decided to go through and pull out some papers from the 6x8 paper pad from Color Study, which is Vicki Boutin's new line, and I am going to go ahead and use those to back my photo. And my photo is of my daughter the day she graduated high school. She was, yes, 14. Yeah, I just said 14. Because we homeschooled, she took the California Proficiency Exam and graduated early, tested out of high school at 14. The following month, she turned 15. So it was just before her 15th birthday. And so this was the day she graduated, and I thought this was just a fun picture of her, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and use it. I am popping it up onto some foam, and then I'm going to put my second layer of paper below the foam. So the foam is in between the two layers of matting, and that's just going to give some added dimension because I'm going to have all of these flowers on there. I didn't want the photo to be kind of sunk back in uh, to the photo or into the flowers. I wanted it to still be able to stand out. And then you see me there, I am adding a little bit more color to some of these other flowers in a little bit different pink, a little bit more, it's not really bubblegum, but it is more to the pink than the purple side. I would say the first pass was more fuchsia, where these are more pink. And then I am going to add some glitter to those, but I haven't done that yet, I don't believe. So I think that's coming up soon. Lots of mixed media going on in this particular layout. And then I had some, I don't know exactly what this stuff is called. It's kind of like this green paper that you use in floral work. I don't know what it's called. I don't do floral work. I'm not a florist. I don't even know where it came from. I think somebody gave it to me, but it's kind of like got this weird texture to it. And what I did there is I took my Nuvo embellishment mousse and a stiff brush, and I rubbed a kind of a lime green color on top of that dark green to get that variegated look or variegated look. And then I ran it through my Big Shot with some leaf dyes, and then I ran it through the Sidekick with some smaller leaf dyes. So one is like more of a foliage set that is all attached with ivy kind of a look, and the other is just individual leaves. And then you saw me painting a metal flower. I first painted it with white gesso so that the acrylic paint would stick to it, and then I went over it with that bubblegum pink color of Dylusions paint. So now I'm just going to start placing my flowers where I think I want them. I also used a stencil that had like these dots in a circle to get that purple mousse on there. It's not mousse, it is paper glaze. And I apologize, I don't have that footage, and I don't know what happened to it, but it is missing footage. So I just kind of put it in some areas where I thought it would look good. And now I'm going to go ahead and start working on my flowers. Now that piece that has the beads on it is not going to stay there. That is not even going to make the cut. Originally I thought I was going to go with just pink, purple, and turquoise, but then I added in the oranges and the yellows, and I really like how this comes out. It looks, I don't know, it just looks so cool, especially on that black paper. That black paper is from the Vicki Boutin Color Study line. This is the second sheet of it that I've already used, and I just love how it looks. So, you know, you might be seeing that used again before too long, but yeah, I just love how it looks, and I think it's the perfect kind of mixed media background for this kind of a layout because it's black, but it's got all of those bright colors peeking through. So as I'm layering up all of these flowers, I'm not really layering, as I am bundling them up next to each other, I'm just trying to make sure that I have uh, colors on opposite sides of the photos that match. So if I have the yellow on one side, I want a yellow on the other. Orange on one side, I want orange on the other. And they don't even have to be the same flowers. They can be different flowers. And there's the little brush that I used to make the leaves as well. In this particular case, I'm using it with pink Nuvo embellishment mousse. It's just the Tim Holtz brush, and I just leave it really tight. You can kind of like telescope that silver piece out further to keep the brush nice and tight, or you can pull it back so it lets the brush expand. I just keep it nice and tight, rub it in the embellishment mousse, and then rub it over whatever it is that I'm putting color on. In this case, I wanted some of that darker pink onto those metal pieces, and in the case of the leaves, I wanted that kind of bright green, it's like a citron green, onto that green florist paper I'm going to call it florist paper. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it looks really cool. And so now I am just tucking things in, bringing things around, working with the largest flowers closest to the photo and working my way out with the little flowers, and I like how that's looking. And I decided to go with my hot glue gun because otherwise I'd be sitting here forever waiting for each flower to dry with the liquid glue, and the ATG gun just doesn't have, there's not enough surface of the flower to hold it on using the ATG gun. Hopefully that makes sense. Um, so the hot glue gun works the best. And this, I don't know where my regular hot glue gun is. I think it's next door at my mom's house, but this particular hot glue gun has the shortest cord on it. That is literally as far as it would reach. I even tried to set it on the edge of my desk and it kept sliding off. So eventually you're probably not going to see the glue gun making its way out there. It's kind of off to the side, and then I just kind of use it and pull the flowers from off camera and stick them onto my layout because the glue gun was just being a pain. So I did use a photo corner there as a metal photo corner, and I am going to use that little metal heart locket down at the bottom. I just have it set there so that I remember to use it. I don't have it actually attached at this point in time. So here I am adding those green flower or leaves. You can see at the top of the screen there's one that's upside down, it's just a solid green, and then the others definitely have the more lime or citron green brushed over the top. And I'm just tucking them under and letting them poke out where I think that they look like is natural. And then these are super delicate, so I am making sure to glue them down. There is a piece that's stuck in there because it was really thick. That floral paper stuff is really thick. It was kind of hard to get it to run through the Big Shot and actually cut really well, especially on this really detailed die. So I had to kind of play with those a little bit. And then, you know, these ones I can actually easily cut them apart like you just saw there and just tuck them in how I need to. And that is the beauty of these. You're not doing individual little leaves. They're kind of like on a vine. And I really just like how they look. They're soft, they're really elegant and kind of feminine. And they just add a lot to the layout. So I definitely use these ones quite a bit. If you're interested in knowing the name of those, I can look them up as well. I don't have the packaging for it, so it might take me a little bit of digging, but I'm more than happy and willing to look those up for you. The larger leaf, larger individual leaf, that is a dinky die from X-Cut. And then the little tiny leaf that's an individual, that is, I believe, from Paper Smooches. And I've had those for a very long time. You can probably still get the one from X-Cut. I don't know about the Paper Smooches one because it's been in my stash for ages. I'm just going to keep tucking things in where I think that they look natural, like I said. And sometimes you just need an individual leaf. That's the ones I believe are from Paper Smooches. And then the larger one, like I mentioned before, is the Dinky Dies. Now I'm looking for a way to attach that little locket. I played with the pink string that you see there bound up on the little plastic thing there. But I end up going with this white one. It's got white and a little thread of turquoise in it. And I really like how that's looking, so that's what I decided to go with. And originally I tried it with a black bow. I did not like the black bow, so I put this white bow on. I do end up peeling that white bow off, and I use a gray kind of see-through bow, and I like how it looks better. It's a little softer, and so I will be changing that out. Now my title is just going to be Love You, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down, and I am going to have to use some of the hot glue gun to adhere that. What I'm doing here is all of those little strings that you get from the glue gun, if you take your heat gun and run it over that, those little strings disappear. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of not blowing them off, they kind of like melt into themselves. I don't know exactly what the process is, but they do kind of shrivel up and disappear. Um, and then I have these two little black, I don't know what they're called. They're like half back jewels, and they are going in the center of those metal pieces. And here I am going to swap out for this gray bow, which on screen the gray bow doesn't look as good, but in person it looks much better than the white bow. It's not as bold, so I really like how it looks. And you can see the pink metal piece on the right hand side has the black in it. There, I'm going to go ahead and attach it. And actually I have to turn my layout around because my my cord won't reach on my glue gun. So I have more glue guns. I was just too lazy to go get it, working on this late at night. While I glue that down, let me remind you, this is a YouTube hop. Go check out the other people that are playing along, the other participants that are lifting this particular layout, and check out their take on it. I'm sure they are coming up with some really beautiful things, and I am really excited to go and see what everyone else has done as their scrap lift. So I am going to add some of these sequins. These are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I'm adding some from a couple of different collections, or actually this is one collection. This is one that was made for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. It was for a particular collection kit that I've had in my stash for maybe 2 years. And so I am trying to use those up. I thought I would use those purple ones that are up at the top of the screen. I don't end up using those. I end up using these little ones that look like tiny flowers. They're more cupped and they are more iridescent, so I add those as well, and you'll see those in the close-up. They look really cool. I really like how they look, and I'm just using my Crystal Katana and the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere those. I've never had any problems with sequins sticking using this glue, and the Crystal Katana works really well to pick up any of those little tiny gems or sequins, so they're really handy. I'm tucking in a few more leaves here, and then I do have a butterfly that I'm going to add there, that purple, it's kind of navy purple, I don't know, indigo. I'm going to call it indigo. And I really like how this looks underneath it, but for some reason I didn't leave it there. I move it around, and then I glue the butterfly down, and so I can't get that white piece underneath the butterfly again. So I end up making do and doing something a little bit different, but I really liked how that looked just where it was. I don't know why I didn't leave it there. So you're going to see that in the close-ups coming up in just a few moments as well. If you have any questions or comments, again, leave those down below. I do get back to everyone, and I do read all of the comments. I just don't do it every single day. So if I don't get back to you like right away, don't worry. I will at some point get back to you in the next few days. So here I'm just going to play with this little piece of acetate and try to figure out where I'm going to put it. These are from Hambly. They're super old. It was a 12 by 12 sheet, and I just cut some pieces off of it, and it is acetate with a white print on it. So in case you're wondering what that is or where I got it, it's Hambly, and it's really old. They're not in business anymore. Although you might be able to find some of their stuff on eBay, you just never know. So here we go. I'm going to cut another little piece and have these little pieces sticking out in 3 different areas. I just thought it gave another neat texture and lightened things up just a tiny bit. So here comes the close-ups. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, you can hit like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you are subscribed, I thank you very much for subscribing and for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it, and I thank you for choosing to spend your time with me today, because I know there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of things to offer, and I just feel really honored that you chose to watch my video today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a very, very good rest of your day. And in the close-up you can see those little tiny cupped sequins. I really like how those look. And there's that indigo butterfly. It's really pretty, super sparkly. You can see that there is glitter added to the edges of a lot of those flowers, and that is just done with acrylic glitter paint. And there is that gray bow. So that takes us to the end. Have a great day. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.